Hello and welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and we're here today at one of our favorite restaurants in Town Hall. That's Pino's, right across the street from Town Hall on the corner of Woodbridge Avenue and Berry Street. And we're here with Christina, who's the owner, and she is now getting a green restaurant certificate from the town based on things she did to make sure her operation is environmentally friendly and sustainable. And let me first turn this over to Carol Ehrlich, who runs our division on sustainability, and ask her to explain it better than I can. And then we'll turn it over to Christine and ask you how you make such wonderful pizza and how you became a sustainable restaurant. So go ahead, Carol.
Okay, well, it's good to be back here giving you your second green certificate. You were one of the first last year to get it, and I think you were the winner with the highest amount of points. Now, there's a couple that are picking up on you, so you might have to do a few more for next year, but you're still in the top.
Okay.
And so you just, I think you're sustainable by nature. Mm-hmm. Just about when you went through the checklist, there was very little that you didn't check.
Right.
So tell us about how you do that.
So what we do here is a couple of things we do is we give straws when people ask. So I know that was a big thing. Our portions are very big here, so we do encourage, and people do take food home in containers all the time. So
I just have to say that
you could vouch
I
for
have
that.
lunch the next day. Every time I come here,
Right.
I do have 2 meals out of it.
Yeah.
Never throw it out.
Yeah, so we're big on that. We try to encourage everybody to take home and recreate meals too. Like if they have a little bit left over, they could turn it into another meal the next day with eggs or add pasta. Mm-hmm. We recycle our oil. We use recycled cardboard. So we do everything with LED lighting, and we just try to do the best we can.
And you absolutely do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
one of the things that you checked on your list is that you actually talk to your employees and
Yes.
explain to them what they need to do and how to be more sustainable.
Right, absolutely. So just going over the same things like with food waste and packaging things, and trying to limit the garbage that we have, and they do a really good job about that.
And they do, and it's so important because if you're not encouraging them, for instance, separating out the food waste from the other garbage is an extra chore.
Right,
And
right.
so you have to motivate them to don't just go scrape and throw it in the garbage.
Right, absolutely. And also, like even wine bottles, we have a lot of customers that choose to take their wine bottles home to use as decoration or vases and stuff. So we encourage that, give them ideas. about
That's
that.
great.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw on the list, but you can actually recycle the corks.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, so-
We do have a container here that we use, and we keep the corks here just in case somebody loses a cork or they drop it. They could use another cork.
Oh,
to
that's
go
a good
home.
idea. That's terrific.
Yeah.
Mayor, you have anything?
No, I think that's great, but I just want to talk about the history of Pino's here because it used to be across the street in the strip mall, 10 stores, one by one. It was, stores leaving because ultimately everybody knew it was going to be sold. And I will take a quick bow because I worked hard on you to convince you that you should move. And I looked at this building. I told you, look at this building. Or suggested, you didn't tell you. I suggested you look at this building. You did. You bought it. You turned it into this wonderful restaurant. It's amazing. Everybody goes here. When people talk about coming to Town Hall for meetings, they say, we're going to Pino's. They don't say any of their fancy places, the expensive places. They say, we want to go to Pino's. So you've turned this into something really cool in downtown Woodbridge.
Thank you so
So
much.
thanks for that.
Thank you.
And yet somebody listened to me. I can't get anybody to listen to me in Town Hall.
Yeah.
But thank you for Christina for listening to me now, because you always said now you have something to leave to your kids. It's an asset, not an expense. You don't pay rent to anybody but yourself.
Yeah.
So and plus your food, your menu is terrific.
Yeah, it was a big transition for us, and it took us a while to get used to having a dining room, but I feel like we're kind of a hybrid between a restaurant and a mom and pop shop where people can still get slices and pies to go and food to go, but they also could have a nice dining experience with specials and bring wine. So we're kind of like in a sweet spot in the middle. So thank you for
Your stuffed shells and your Montagard are terrific.
Thank you.
That's my go-to.
Sweet spot. Do
Right.
you want to talk about your sweets?
Oh, yes. So right next door to us here at Pino's, There's a salon suites business, and you could be your own operator and owner of a suite and occupy a space there. I do have one suite left. It's 155 square feet. And if there's anybody in the industry that would like to stop by and talk to me about it, I'd be glad to
That's
talk.
all you need for a little hair salon.
Yeah.
That's all you need. And you're not paying a whole lot of money for a whole big building, and
Right.
you're taking exactly what you need.
Well, we already have 2 hairstylists, a barber, and a nail tech. So we're looking for somebody who maybe does facials, massages, somebody who in that type of field that we could add to the salon suites and make it more encompassing in the beauty industry.
I hear from the younger people that the barber you have here is somebody very, very special.
Yes, he is. His name is Chucky, and he has.
He has
won
green hair.
awards.
He has green
He
hair.
does have green hair, but he's won awards in Vegas, Miami, New York. He does specialty designs
Yeah.
and stuff, so he's very busy.
And he's working in Woodbridge, right by Town Hall.
Exactly.
And he's very busy, and people love it. So
And you got Tracy, who's terrific.
Yeah.
My woman who did my hair, retired, so I had to find somebody. I've known Tracy forever from Moby Dick's. So I went to Tracy, and look,
yeah, so we have
Look.
Tracy there,
More
and
handsome than
Sharon.
ever.
but it's okay. She did a good job. We're here to talk about Pino's, and you did a great thing.
Thank you.
And you're once again the recipient of the Greenable Restaurant,
Thank
which
you.
is terrific. So to you and your husband, congratulations.
Thank you.
And to all your employees who helped make you successful with this, congratulations to them too.
It's all possible because of them.
And now we're off to the next stop on our Greenable Restaurant tour at Salad Bistro. Okay, now we're at another stop on our Greenable Restaurant tour. We're at Woodbridge Center outside Dick's Sporting Goods at Salad Bistro with Steve Dordzanakis. Hope I got that close. And I'm joined by Nicole with an H. Lawrence, who works for the Town Hall Sustainability Division. And I'm going to turn it over to Nicole, and she's going to talk about the whole Greenable program. And then, Steve, we can talk about what you've done to get qualified here, which is a great accomplishment. We have tons and tons of restaurants in town, and not that many have done what you've done. So we're very, very happy with that. Nicole, take it over.
Thank you, sir.
So with our Greenable Woodbridge business certificate, any restaurant is welcome to fill out a checklist, which is available on our website. And it essentially allows you to assess how sustainable your business is doing based off your food waste, your energy, your recycling, and anything that you're doing with the community. And so Stephen here filled out the survey and checked off a remarkable number of items on the checklist, which has allowed him to get a certificate from us. And I just wanted to talk about some of the things on your checklist. I mean, as a salad, service restaurant, you intrinsically sell more vegetables than meat. And for those of you who don't know, meat actually is more carbon intensive than vegetables. It requires a lot of more energy, a lot more water. The cows need a lot more land to use. So overall, it's just more carbon intensive. So eating vegetables is the better thing to do when it comes to the environment. Now, realistically, no one's going to go all vegan or vegetarian, but just incorporating more vegetables in your meals is actually better for the environment. So I just want you to talk about Salad Bistro and some of the other things that you guys do to be more sustainable.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So we've switched to more environmentally friendly plates. We try to eliminate all the plastics, more paper. I have children, want to leave them something for the future too. So we recycle. All our cardboards goes different. Our wet waste, we separate that. And we don't plastic straws. We try not to. If somebody asks for it, we have to accommodate the customer. But upon request, any steps that we can do, we've been trying to do. Just more vegetables. I eat more greens myself too. I'm trying to be better. And we're trying to do the best that we can. We're trying to do the right thing. So
Tell me about your store here, Salad Bistro. How long you been here?
my dad opened this store in 2000. So we've been here almost
wow.
24 years.
Wow, in the same location?
Same location.
Wow.
Our customers are great. A lot of support from the town. Mall's also great. Center's always been with us, and it's trying to keep it going as long as I can. what Dad started, keep it going.
You have other locations, or is this it?
We have one more location in South Jersey in Freehold Raceway Mall.
Okay, great, great.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. If
Thank
you don't
you, sir.
mind, we'll take some pictures now.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything.
And our next stop on the Greenable Restaurant Tour is Red Lobster on Route 1 South in Island. Okay, we are now at Red Lobster on Route 1 South in Island. Joining us is Gina, the Director of Operations, and Rebecca, the General Manager, along with Tom Flynn from Town Hall, who works in our Sustainability Division. And let me turn it over to Tom, who's going to talk about the competition and the fact that you qualified. Then we're going to turn it over to the two of you, and you can maybe elaborate on some of the things you did to get this award.
Absolutely.
So, Tommy, take it away.
Yeah, thanks so much, Mayor. This was just such a great opportunity to, highlight the awesome sustainability initiatives that Red Lobster has done, and we're so grateful for it in our community because we pride ourselves on being not just the best town around, but the most sustainable town around, right? So, one of the things that we noticed that you checked off was not using plastic for anything, for takeout materials, and that's such a big component of what we're trying to get to. So, do you guys want to talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. Well, thank you. First and foremost, thank you so much for being here. At Red Lobster, we take pride in making sure that we create a sustainable restaurant for here in the Woodbridge location. So one of the things we also do is even straws that we do. We do a lot of disposable straws, and we also do straws where you could ask upon request. We partnered up with Atlanta Ocean, okay, which is a sustainable place that is located in California, where that we partner up to save places in the ocean. So you know how you use too many straws and they kind of go in the ocean? So we partner up to making sure that we ask each guest upon request to make sure that we're not doing our part to making sure that we are helping out the community. Okay?
So why is Atlantic Ocean headquartered in California?
It's Alta Ocean is the name of the company. Yeah,
Alta.
Alta.
It's somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
We also do recycling. We recycle our oil, we recycle our plastic and glassware to making sure that we do our part in this community and ensuring that we are sustainable business here in this community.
That's wonderful.
You want to add anything?
What do you want to add to it?
I think she covered most of it, but yeah, we really try to make sure we're not powering on equipment until it's needed in the morning. We keep, heating and cooling on a schedule so that we're not running heating and cooling constantly when the building is empty. So whatever we can do to try to really keep things.
I can add just one more thing. So to the recycling, just so you both know, we're starting a Living Shoreline project that's going to be coming up in the next couple of years, and we would love to partner with you guys on shell recycling because the shells will be used to attenuate wave action on the shoreline in Sea Warren. Rather than bulkheads that reflect wave energy, it absorbs it and helps habitat create.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is your effort here corporate-wide, or just because of this? Would the next Red Lobster in East Brunswick do what you're doing, or is
Yes.
it just...
Just corporate wide.
Yep, it is
corporate-wide,
corporate wide. Yep, absolutely. I mean, the ocean is our business,
Yeah.
so we want to make sure that we're good stewards of it. And we've just always really participated in a lot of sustainable efforts. We were one of the first companies to start with the Harvest food donation program. So any food that we have that maybe was accidentally made or a takeout order that wasn't picked up, we donate to food banks and homeless shelters and stuff like that.
Yeah, we have that in town. That's great. That's
Yep.
great. And our next stop on the Greenable Restaurant Tour is Want a Smoothie in downtown Woodbridge on Main Street. And now we're at the next stop on our Greenable Restaurant Tour at Want a Smoothie on Main Street in Woodbridge. So with me is Michele, the owner, and Nicole with an H, who works for our Sustainability Division. I'm going to turn it over to Nicole to talk to Michele about everything you did to qualify for this certificate. So go ahead, Nicole.
Yes, so we've talked about what is included in the checklist. So there's a bunch of things related to businesses and sustainability. What stands out with Want a Smoothie is, intrinsically, as someone who predominantly sells vegetables and fruit, you're more sustainable than a lot of the other businesses because the meat industry is a very carbon intensive industry to be in. So I just want to know what you do beyond that. I know you do some composting as well. So if you want to talk about some of the things you do with your waste and your straws as well.
Yes.
With her waste. I mean,
My
you're thinking it's the
waste?
Food waste.
Oh, food waste. Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so we do compost. We actually help the community garden, and they've done, I think, over a ton of vegetables, and it was amazing. All went to the church, and we helped it from the soil up because they would pick up 3-4 containers of compost of organic matter to make their own soil, which then went into the church and went into the community. So that was really cool. I do offer anyone in the community can bring in a bucket and I will give you free compost. I'm happy for you to take my vegetable waste. That sounds right. We also, one of the things she mentioned about straws is that we have straws that feel like plastic, and I don't have to wait and hold them aside and then wait to offer you a straw. They're made out of like almost like a seaweed or bamboo. It doesn't taste bad, I promise. Seaweed sounded really scary, but and it just literally feels like plastic and works great. So
Yeah.
our straws are safe.
And I just noticed you guys are offering loose leaf tea for sale, which is actually really great because tea bags, are a little bit more wasteful. So the fact that you can
You're
just
so good.
customize your loose leaf into whatever concoction you want is even better.
yeah.
You want to talk about the 2 bundles that you have? That would be great.
Yeah, sure. We have a women's health one that is, women go through different things at a time of the month. And if you could get ahead of it, make your own tea, you literally just from drinking tea, you can
Alleviate some of those symptoms.
Thank you. She said it very simply. That was great. So we have tea for women's health, and we have cold and flu fighters tea.
That's awesome. Awesome. And then how long have you been in business for?
We've been in business for 6 years. Would it be okay? Is it safe to just announce something new that we're going to be doing?
Why not?
Okay, so starting January, we're actually going to have a huge collab and fuse together, not just Bagel and us. So it might be extra fun that we can bring our green certificate over to a whole nother location and do all these fresh organic things alongside with, I think she's a powerhouse on Main Street. So you'll be able to find us there.
Well, she's going to have her own green restaurant, right?
Good,
I'm
yeah.
sure she is. If she's
So
not,
we're-
I'm kicking her off the council.
Okay, don't get her out council. Oh, we got it.
That's great.
But
I didn't know you had
yeah.
that collaboration. That's
Yes.
really cool.
Yes.
And our next stop on the Greenable Restaurant Tour is Sweetberry Bowls, right across from Woodbridge High School in the Strip Mall. Okay, we're now at our next stop on our Greenable Restaurant Tour in Woodbridge Township. I'm with Mark Feinstein, who is the owner of Sweetberry Bowls in the Strip Mall right across from Woodbridge High School. Joining me is Kush Shah, who's going to take over and talk to Mark about everything you did to qualify for this and use this opportunity to plug your business. Tell us everything that you do that's environmentally friendly. So, Kush, take it over.
Yeah, so the Sustainable Restaurant Survey includes a bunch of different stuff, from buying locally to Jersey Fresh produce, making more vegetarian meals, and recycling all that. Tell us a little bit about what you do here at Sweetberry.
Sure. What we do is we're all healthy foods, better for you foods. We're vegetarian. We have one meat. We have chicken. And that's for our salads and wraps, but everything else is vegetarian. And we buy everything locally, and we like to help the community and do things for the community. And we do a lot of recycling and all that fun stuff.
So awesome.
So how long have you been here? I know we heard
The store's been here since 2018.
Okay. And you have kids, high school kids work here?
We have high school, we have college, and we have all kinds of people
You
working.
get a lot, you're right across from 1,400 people, kids. Do you get a lot of business from them?
We do after school. After school.
During school?
After school, we definitely get a bump in the warm season. This time of year, it's a little slower because it's colder and most of our product is all cold.
So tell me about your menu. Tell me about the different things that you offer. In terms
Sure.
of-
We have acai, pitaya, coconut bases. What makes us a little different from our competitors is we have some flavored bases that are all natural. We have cacao base. We have a mango pineapple base. We have a base we call Blue Thunder with spirulina, and it has it's mango pineapple tasting. We have a strawberry base. Seasonally, you have a pumpkin base, and I purchase all my bases locally from a company in Middlesex County. And they process the acai and everything that comes in from Brazil, as opposed to buying something that's processed in another country.
Brazil is another country.
Right. But they process it there.
Oh, okay.
Ours is processed here in New Jersey.
Oh, I got it.
It comes in frozen, and then it's processed. It has to be processed, and ours is done here in New Jersey.
And this is a franchise, right?
Correct.
How many are there around
It's
the
a,
area?
it's a,
How
s-
many nationally?
it's a small franchise, about 20 units. There's only about a handful in New Jersey.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. We also have smoothies, and we have wraps, which our competitors, some of them don't have, and we do salads, with a lot of our competitors don't have. So that's what makes us a little different. And we have on our granola, which is a dynamite granola. So you can't get it anyplace else, and people love it.
And our next stop will be Panda Express at the Walmart Shopping Plaza on Route 9 North in Hope Lawn. Okay, we're now at the next stop on our Greenable restaurant tour. We are at Panda Express, which is in the Walmart Shopping Plaza on Route 9 North in the Hope Lawn section of town. Joining me is Terry, he's the manager, and to my left is Kush Shah, who works in the sustainability division of Woodbridge Township. And I'm going to turn it over to Kush to do the interview of Terry here. So go ahead, Kush.
Hey Terry, how are you doing? Good. Nice to see you. So on your checklist, we noticed that you did a bunch of sustainability initiatives, starting from joining our restaurant rescue program to doing compost education, buying locally Jersey Fresh produce. Tell us some of the stuff that you do.
Sure. For the basic one, that we always recycle our cardboard, right? This is a company standard, and then we recycle our oil, grease. We have pickup every week for the oil, and then make sure that we only give out disposable utensils, straws upon request from the customers, and then all our serving wares are reusable. We wash it in-house here, so that just to reduce the plastic consumptions.
You've been here, you said, a little over 5 years, which means you started right before the pandemic, which is a tough time. You didn't know it at the time.
Yes, correct.
6 months after you opened, you got a pandemic, but you got through it.
Yes, we went through it. It was a hard time. I think it's for everybody, right? Everybody that we went through it. We are looking at to growing more. Yeah, opening more store to help the local. To get good food. The most popular orange chicken teriyaki.
Those are both of those.
Right? Yeah.
Me and Carl just ordered orange chicken and chicken teriyaki.
Yeah, those are the most popular one. I eat it all the time here. Yeah.
Now Terry, your store is one of the highest ranked points off our sustainable checklist. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I am very honored about this. I think it has to do a lot with our Panda corporate to tell us what the right thing to do, right? Not to just make money, to care for the environment and care for our community. Giving back is one of our biggest value too. Giving back to the community, right? Not just about making money, right? We're very honored. Thank you. So we're still expanding, making sure everybody get a taste of our orange chicken, chicken teriyaki and chow mein, fried rice.
The same in every store, the same exact.
It depends. Regional depends, right? Some regional have their own difference. Depends on the local. Depend on the season. Depends on the trend of that area, right? Every store is different, but orange chicken is always on the menu. Yeah, you can back on that.
Did you start in this store, or did you start in other places and then come here?
I start in this store. This is my first store, actually.
Really?
Yes, but I train in other store. Yes. Yeah, I am
The way
very
you
good.
sound, I'm pretty sure you'll be doing something bigger in corporate because you know what you're talking about.
Thank you, thank you.
And we'll be back shortly with our next stop at Calcutta Walk at 1585 Oak Tree Road in Island. Okay, we're here now at our next stop on the restaurant tour with Kwong, who is the owner of Calcutta Walk at 1585 Oak Tree Road in Island, almost on the Edison border. I'm going to turn this over to Nicole with an H. Lawrence. She's from our sustainability division, and she is going to talk to you about the things you've done to become sustainable and get a green restaurant certificate. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, so you've done some pretty amazing things. If you want to talk a little bit about your buying local initiative, I saw in your checklist you filled out. Is that including the ingredients or just where you source some of your supplies?
Yes, most of the produce is by from the local supplier.
Nice.
And a lot of them from the restaurant depot in the South Plainfield warehouse.
Okay, great. And then also you do mainly takeout, correct?
Mostly takeout. Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of your takeout equipment is also reusable?
All reusable, yes.
And any other like recycling initiatives you guys do?
We do all the plastic bottles, all the cans. We put in a separate container, and we have a recycle dumpster in the back, so we take it.
That's great. Excellent.
and you're the owner of the restaurant.
Yes, I am.
So what made you open up a Chinese restaurant in the middle of an Indian business district?
I'm born in India, so.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, so I'm like
So you have the
yes.
culture of,
Culture,
oh, okay,
yes,
great.
yeah.
Some recommendations here for you. There's no number on this building, 1585.
That's
You got to
correct,
talk to the landlord. You got to get that done. And once you get that done, you got to have signage. We drove up, we realized it was the last building in Island. I knew if we went further, we were at Edison, so it's got to be this building. And we were sitting there, and finally Carol said, oh, there's the little sign up there, Calcutta Walk. You need a big sign. This is a food court.
Yes.
I lived not far from here. I never would have known there was a food court here. How many restaurants are here?
Seven
Seven restaurants.
7 units, yes.
You guys got to get this out more. This is really
Yes.
cool. 7 different places in one spot.
Yeah.
It's like an office building, folks. What's the bank is here? HAB Bank is here, a big spot, and a bunch of other offices. There's a CPA and a bunch, but a food court in the middle of this is really cool.
Yes.
But I'll bet nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
So what do you talk to your landlord, man? We got to get this done.
We'll work on it, yes.
Well, thank you for everything you do for the Green Restaurant Certificate. It's great. We're a very sustainable town. We do everything, environmentally friendly. Nicole is one of our best people in the sustainability division. We're very, very proud of her, and we love the job that everybody does in Woodbridge to be sustainable.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Kwong.
No,
Thank you very
I'm
much.
really honored. Thank you.
And we're here now at Bombay Talk at 1358 Oak Tree Road in Island, and our next stop on the Green Restaurant Certificate Tour. Joining me is Kush Shah, who works for Carol in the Sustainability Division of Woodbridge Township, Carol Orlick, who runs the Sustainable Division, and John V., who owns this place, who's somebody we've known for a very long time due to your involvement in town. You used to be on the corner. It used to be Dimple Fast Food, I remember. And it was Bombay Talk down there. You've been a staple in Island for a long time. But let me turn it over to Kush, and he's going to leave the interview.
I'll take it.
You want to start with? Okay, go.
Yeah, and then I'll give it. I'll set him up.
Okay, good.
So we started this restaurant competition as a way of awarding the people who are running a sustainable business. And in order to help them do that, we did a bit of a checklist, which is the contest. And you check all of the things that you do that are green. Those restaurants that got over a certain amount of points, we are honoring them. And it's also a way of education, because if you see something that you didn't check, you can go, ooh, I never thought of doing that. And you could become even more green. So we're very excited to be here at Bombay Talk with you, because you are doing an outstanding job in sustainability. And I will let Kush take it from
Now
here.
that Carol took the whole opening and you have nothing left to talk about, what do you want to
Well,
say?
well, this is what he does to me all the time.
Here, you get in a second.
Yeah, Ms. Mehta. So We saw your checklist and you checked off a bunch of sustainable and green initiatives that your restaurant does, starting from compostable utensils and not using single use, composting. Can you tell us about some of those initiatives that you do?
Sure. Thank you, everyone. I guess I have free advertisement today, so I'm gonna take full.
Go for it.
Go. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Janvi Mehta. I'm the owner for Dimple's Bombay Talk Restaurant. We are located on Oak Tree Road in MG Plaza in Islin, New Jersey. And I am honored for receiving and being recognized for this certificate today and getting this certificate from Kush and Carol and our beloved mayor, Mr. McCormick. So thank you everyone for doing this. We have made changes, active changes to become green. And as she said that when we actually, for the applying, when we went to the checklist, it actually gave us a lot of ideas that what are the things we are missing that we can actually do to become more green. So I think that worked. That trick definitely worked. We are not just so we are completely vegetarian restaurant, and I feel that being vegetarian is not just a tradition or a culture, but it's an active change that you make, a mindful choice that you make. So we are completely vegetarian restaurant. We try as much possible to source locally more organic stuff so that we give that product to our customers. We have, after your checklist, we have made all our cutleries into biodegradable so that we can offer more eco-friendly environment for our customers who are dining here. All our takeout containers options have been switched to reusable containers and bags, all of them. So, and we are working on little left over just so that we can be more. Our staff is trained so that they be mindful of the energy use, and we have made active changes for that as well. So we have, from your checklist, we have made the sensor lights wherever possible, the thermostat that we can program so that we don't overuse anything which is not needed. So we have made a lot of changes, and we are still actively making the changes to be greenable. But we feel really, really honored that we are being recognized for that. So I wanted to start by saying that Bombay Talk is not just a restaurant, it's a legacy. It was started by my father-in-law, late father-in-law, Dilip Mehta, in Mumbai in 1970. As Dimple Restaurant, which was very popular then, and which began as the humble venture, all the way it found its home in Islin, New Jersey in 1989. Since then, we have been in Islin. This is our second location, and we just completed the 25 years. So I think the certificate came at the right time, where we just received the certificate, the recognition, and we just completed the 25 years in business in this location. Overall, we have been here since 1979. I just want to say that in Bombay Talk, since then, has been a place for the entire community as the corner spot, as where they began their memory, the chat over the families. So it's a place where a lot of memories of a lot of people have been attached to, and I'm very proud. All I can say is that we are coming up with new innovative menus and new space, redesigned space. So I'm just looking forward to have the same support from the community in our future Bombay Talk stories. So each and everyone is welcome. Please come and become a community, and we would love to host you. Thank you.
I got two questions for you. Do you remember what it was before it was Dimple Fast Food?
So it was Dimple Restaurant in Mumbai, then it was Dimple Fast.
No. Before, when your father-in-law bought it, do you remember the American store it was?
No.
It was called The Corner. It was owned by Julie Demeter.
Okay,
Remember
yes.
that?
No, I don't.
But you recognize it?
I do now.
Right, my
The one in the corner,
Right-
yes.
Yeah, right on the
Yes.
corner. That's
Yes.
why they called it The Corner.
Yes,
So,
yes.
last question. Why Dimple? What does Dimple mean?
So Dimple was actually the restaurant that he started in Mumbai, and that was the first letter of all brother and sister. So D for Dilip, So I for Indira. So all brothers, sisters first that made that word, and they were so popular that he thought that it was lucky. So he continued name Dimple here. And when I joined the family, I've learned the work from him. And then I came here when we opened. He named it Bombay Talk first, but then I said, let me add the dimple word since it's lucky for you. Everything that I do, I make sure that I have that dimple word with it. We also have a catering kitchen, which is also in Islin on Route 27.
Oh, right.
So we
My
cater,
niece, yeah.
yes. So we cater for weddings and all other occasions from that place. And since last 10, 15 years, we have been also doing the on-site catering full-fledged everywhere. We go throughout USA, anywhere. So guys, you have South Asian wedding, please hire us and we will take care of you.
I
Thank
thought you
you.
were going to tell me Dimple was the nickname of Dilip.
No, he actually told me that my story is too boring. Tell everybody that Dimple Kapadia, who used to be the Bollywood star, she used to be my girlfriend.
Oh.
So I like that story better,
I don't
actually.
think your mother-in-law
No, she
would
didn't care.
appreciate that story.
She didn't care. She said, as long as you say that my husband has a girlfriend of Bollywood star, I'm okay. That brings up my value. So she was okay with that.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it again.
Before we get to the certificate, I have to just say one thing. It's not connected to this, but Janvi is the daughter-in-law of Dilip Mehta, who was the original owner, I guess, of Dimple Fast Foods. He passed away many years ago. Dilip was an amazing public servant. You know him? You know of him? You've heard of him, right? So he used to own this. I go back now to the 90s when I was working for the town, and he owned a restaurant. And I'm very active in the Island Knights of Columbus, and we used to host the Senior Citizens Club, and it was called the Golden Oldies, I think.
Yes.
Dilip Mehta basically adopted that group of seniors. I remember Roland Masterpeter was the head of the club. I can think of a
Oldie Goldie Club.
Oldie Goldie Club, right.
Yeah.
So he sponsored. They met Friday nights at the Knights once a month,
Yes.
and every single time they met, Dilip provided food. I think he provided entertainment. I think he provided a whole lot of stuff. He's not. How long is he gone now?
We lost him in COVID, 2020.
Oh, that's right. It was COVID. Yeah. So 4 years ago.
I think he was also very helpful in Cooper Tower.
Oh, that's right, Cooper Tower. He had a thing for seniors. Cooper Tower's right up the street. That's right, you're right. He would do the same thing. He would provide, because they couldn't get out.
Yeah.
They're less ambulatory, and he would bring the food up there, which is a largely Asian Indian population, but the Golden Oldies weren't. That was everyday people
Right.
of all walks of life, and they loved Dilip Mehta. He was so well known in Island. So I'll just please tell your husband we remember him
Thank you.
fondly.
Thank you.
And
Means a lot.
yeah, it does, because he was just the goods. He was the best. And our next stop is the world famous Rio Diner. I don't have to tell you where that is. We're here now at the Rio Diner, the famous Rio Diner, and the next stop of our restaurant tour with Alex Kulformahalis.
Correct.
Close enough. And Nicole with an H, Lawrence, who works in our sustainability division after graduating with a master's degree in sustainability from Columbia University, I might add, but that's beside the point. Let me turn it over to you, Nicole, and you can take over and talk to Alex here about what the Rio Diner did to get this award.
Absolutely. So within the checklist, you marked off a remarkable amount of items, and I just wanted to talk to you about some of the sustainability initiatives that you're doing here. So first, I would like to talk about you incorporating Jersey fresh produce using locally sourced ingredients.
Necton.
Necton?
Yes.
Everything you source is local.
Oh, everything.
Awesome. So sourcing locally helps reduce carbon emissions when it comes to distributing and sourcing products. And then also talk about how you guys recycle your cooking oil.
Yeah, we do with the company. The Oilmatic.
Yeah.
Oilmatic.
They help you recycle your cooking
We
oil.
have a chai, everything.
Yeah.
Give it the oil, fresh oil, and come out the burn oil, come out nothing. And we,
So they clean and organize everything.
yes, everything.
Awesome. That's great.
I got a chai.
Yeah.
Show you.
And then you guys also like recycle your cardboard and stuff like that.
Everything.
Everything
Yeah,
recycled.
we have another recycle over there and recycle over here.
Perfect. That's awesome. And then, do you want to talk a little bit about Rio Diner? You guys are a really long-standing restaurant in town.
Just going to ask.
What are you going to talk about? You know better.
No, how long's the Rio been open?
From 1929.
Wow. What was it like back then when you opened it?
I opened 201. 204 we bought it.
2004.
Yeah.
So have you heard from Teddy lately? Teddy Lakakis?
No, I don't see him.
I haven't seen him in a long time either.
No, I don't see him. I don't see him. No. I saw George sometimes.
Oh, really? You did
George.
still a dentist?
Yeah. No, not George.
Oh, the other George. Okay. I got you.
And Terry, I have to see him. Long time. He don't want to come down.
Well, this is a famous place. You got all those
Correct.
pictures back there?
Correct.
You even got one of me somewhere with Cory
I got
Booker.
you. Oh,
Yeah, that's me with Cory Booker and you in the middle there, right?
yes.
You're shorter than me. Everybody's shorter than
you
me.
can see now.
Well, thanks very much. Everything you do. I mean, the fact that everybody knows the Rio, and when they see the Rio participating in something like the Green Certificate program, it means something because they say if he can do it and the Rio can do it, we can do it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. So we are at the Rio Diner where we had a stop for our Green Certificate tour, recognizing restaurants who do great things for sustainability. And all of a sudden there's this little girl in the corner waving like mad at me saying, hello, hello, hello. So I went over to say hello to you. This is Luna. She goes to Port Reading School 9. And I said, what are you doing here? And she said she's celebrating because she won the DARE poster contest in her school. So I said, do you have it? She said, yeah, the poster's out in the car. So she ran out to the car. She looked both ways before she crossed the parking lot, I'm sure. And she got the poster. And I want you to tell me, first of all, what do you think DARE really means? Drug resistance, drug awareness, resistance, and education. Tell me about the program and what it means to you.
I think it means so like you guys can stay safe and like how you guys like don't do drugs and you guys can stay safe in this community. And how we all can like do good and hopefully drugs can go away one day.
Wow. How old are you?
10?
10. So you can't vote or run for mayor till you're 18, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 8 years from now, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I might be ready to give it up by then. I don't want you to run for mayor before I'm ready to give it up, okay?
Okay.
Tell me what you did in the picture here.
Well, I did say no to peer pressure because sometimes your friends can say, oh, come on, let's go do drugs. Let's do this. Come on, let's go do this. But you don't really want to do this, right? Because
Right.
this is really bad.
Well, let me tell you, if your friends are telling you that, maybe they shouldn't be your friends.
Yes.
All right? So tell me what else is on here.
Well, I had the logo of the DARE, and then I wrote what peer means. It means how like your friends your age and like in your grade,
All right.
and then like pressure, like how pressure is like when someone's like making you do something that you don't want to do.
And they tell you it's cool, but it's not.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
And then say no to peer pressure. Say no to like stealing, smoking, alcohol, bullying, vaping, violence, and drugs.
Vaping's getting more and more prevalent, more common, isn't it?
Yes,
A
it
lot of
is.
people are doing that. That's just as bad as
Smoking.
smoking.
Yes.
You got this all down. I love how you have the no sign. Everybody knows what the circle with the line through it means.
Mhm.
That's a perfect thing to pick.
Thank you.
And it says, be a positive leader.
Yes.
Terrific. You did a phenomenal job here. No wonder you won.
Thank you.
And tell me your name again. It's Luna
Luna Sanchez.
Sanchez, and you go to school 9.
Yes.
5th grade?
Yes, 5th grade.
All right. Well, who's your teacher?
Miss Gross,
Okay. Who's your principal?
Miss Deloro.
Oh, right. She's new, right? Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well, I'm glad we saw you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
This is Luna. Congratulations to Luna.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear it.